Tikulandireni omvera athu nonse kulikonse kumwe muli kuchokera mzigawo zonse zinayi za mdziko lino. Dziwani kuti ifa Dreams Media timakunyadirani kwambiri chifukwa munapanga chisankho chotsatira ife kuti tizikupatsirani zonse zomwe zikuchitika mdziko muno.
The problems of Malawians will be resolved by Malawians, though they were caused by that government when they were in power. Today, it is not an introduction of 17.5%. It is an additional 1%. I want to make that clear. Nobody is introducing 17.5%. The tax is 16.5%, and out of what was stolen within the dogs, out of what was stolen through butcheries, out of what was stolen in so many things, the donors are not going to come and bail us out. We'll bail ourselves out. You may be interested to note that our GDP growth projections are about 2%. Around there. When the rapid population growth as it stands today is 2.8. What that means, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, is that every child born today, we are birthing poverty. Yes. We can't continue with that trajectory. No. Painful decisions have got to be made. Yes. And it is a government that loves its people that makes painful decisions. Yes. And I want to tell you that government is no any other than the DPP government. Yes. That is the very reason why today fertilizer by the ultra pure is being bought at 10,000 kwacha. It can't get better than what we're talking about. I therefore invite every Malawian out there to desist and refuse any political gimmick of thinking that somebody is standing with them when just yesterday it was killing them. Just yesterday Malawians were suffering the pains and they refused completely. That not them. Should they come today and pray holier than thou? No. Let's join hands as Malawians. Refusing a tax bill on a budget is as equal as refusing a budget. Because there is no budget without these taxes in Malawi. Malawians out there.
We can choose to be very good orators in this house. Orators like Mark Antony in Julius Caesar, to sugarcoat the 17.5% value-added tax. We can be scientific all we want, but it won't change anything. That the addition of 1% on 16.5 to make it 17.5 is killing Malawians. We are in this house, First Deputy Speaker, sir. We are very privileged. But think of a nurse down in Gumba area. Think of a nurse in Kanzimbi village. A teacher, HSA in area 23. A teacher in Zolozolo and in Zuzu. They are not getting anything. But instead of cushioning them, we are here, First Deputy Speaker, sir, adding pens to already misery that they are going through. First Deputy Speaker, sir. First Deputy Speaker, sir. We are privileged enough as members of Parliament. We are getting salaries. On top of salaries, we are here getting fuel cards. Why can't we consider reducing our salaries for us to make savings that should be channeled to these people? Why can't we concede? Why can't we concede our fuel cards? Why can't we consider our fuel cards? We are here introducing punitive taxes.
For what?
We are here, First Deputy Speaker, sir. We are here, First Deputy Speaker, sir. Putting on punitive taxes on already poor people. But yet we are here crying for the fuel cards.
Yes.
What message are we sending?
Are we not mediocres?
Are we not ashamed of ourselves?
Yes.
Are we not greedy?
Yes.
Why do we complain then? Why do we complain then? When newspapers, when reporters say this is the house of greedy.
Yes. Why?
When we are adding 1% to already high taxes. Are we going to reduce our salaries?
Yes.
As a house, are we going to reduce our salaries so that we make savings? So that we make savings. First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Member, consider
Are we going to accept the reduction of our salaries?
You have 5 minutes, my brother.
So that, First Deputy Speaker, sir, so that we make savings. The savings that should be channeled to the economy. We have HSS in Chididi, in Sanje, HSS in Kalulu, HSS in Chisamba. The vulnerable poor people are suffering. We want to continue making them to suffer because of our greedy. What kind of MPs are we?
with these remarks.
Are we representing the people or we are representing ourselves?
Yes.
With these few remarks, First Deputy Speaker, sir, the question remains, are we representing the people or we are representing ourselves? With these few remarks,
I reject.
in the name of Jesus Christ.
I agree. I reject. I reject.
In the name of Jesus Christ, sir. I beg Honorable Minister of Finance.
Thank you.
Yes, God.
Thank you.
I reject the bill.
Honour member, the chair has received your contribution, and possibly I will recommend, if you want to implement what you are proposing, please move a private member's bill towards the same, and this House will support you. Thank you very much. Member for Mwanza Central, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, for recognizing the spokesperson for Mighty Malawi Congress Party on this bill. First, let me thank the leadership, the former President, Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, for recognizing people of the Dzagasina to speak on this bill. People of the Dzagasina, and indeed Malawi Congress Party this afternoon, are sad. We are sad because when the party leadership this afternoon asked the Dzagasina to speak on this bill, I had to consult also my chiefs as to what their stand. Now, the question which my senior chief were asking, we are saying, is it really this bill coming from the Minister of Finance under DPP government? I said yes. And they were surprised, saying, but I thought they were promising us that things will be better. We will be getting things at a cheaper price. Is the introduction of this 17.5% VAT going to do any good to us as poor Malawians? No. I said no. Because what it means is that any commodity starting from Malua, Nima, Azamu, soya pieces, sugar, matches, everything, including chipepala chimene amaika pofolera manyumba kumudziko chakwera mtengo kuyambira lero. Chair, I was listening to the Minister of Finance when he was saying we are trying to align our VAT with the other countries across African countries. He is right. The countries he mentioned, Madagascar and Tanzania. But we cannot compare Malawi economy with that of Tanzania. Not even Zambia. In fact, Zambia VAT is very low. Even in South Africa, their VAT is 15%. And here, we are saying we are poor, but we should continue to give punitive taxes to people of Malawi. Mr. Speaker, First Deputy Speaker, if there is one of very blessed district in Malawi where it has produced a number of people with different histories, it's Baraka. We have had 2 first ladies, and the same Baraka produced one legend, Lucius Band. In 2011, he released a song, an album titled Life. In that song, the title of Life, he was questioning why Malawians are subjected to punitive taxes on every commodities. Surprisingly, in 2011, it was the same DPP government, which today is also introducing another punitive tax from 16.5 to 17.5. If Lucius Band was alive today, I'm sure I could have sung another song. I don't know what. Because even in 2005, in 2002, he did another song, the album called How Long? He was asking, how long will Malawians suffer? How long? Mr. First Deputy Speaker, will this government continue to punish Malawians? Because what is doing this afternoon, we want to kill Malawians. This tax we are introducing today has a direct effect on every commodity which a local Malawian uses on each and every day. As Malawi Congress Party, we had so much of difficulties which the then president, our beloved president, Dr. Chakwera, acknowledged. But at no single day he thought of punishing Malawians with punitive taxes, of increasing the value-added tax. I'm sure today, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, even today, if I'm to go Usiga Watunga, Wavumbwe, if I go Balucheza, Kwanyezerera, kupita pa agenda chili chose chikwera chifukwa cha mtengo tax imene akubweretsa anthu a DPP. The tax which DPP is trying to bring today, 17.5%. They are kidding. In fact, one of the biggest economies of this Africa, Nigeria, they have had is 5%. But they have everything. Well, as a landlocked country called Malawi, we want to continue milking the thin cow, the poor people of Malawi. If only 3 months into government, they are bringing this kind of bills, started killing Malawians. What more 5 years? Mr. First Deputy Speaker, today history will be made. Malawians will know that they were sold a dummy check. Because Malawians were told things will be better, things will be cheaper. I don't want to quote their manifesto because I have it here, which they were selling to Malawians. And what they are doing, and today, it's contrary. It's a sad day. It's a very sad day for Malawians because, in fact, today as 2 December, going forward it will be a holiday. Because it's a day where DPP thought of killing Malawians. Through taxes. They have bulldozed taxation bill.
Point of order.
Now, they are also trying to bulldoze this VAT.
consider,
In fact, if anything,
consider winding up.
Thank you. You know, there are so many things South Africa produced like a dubbe. Go and listen to Taxman, the album of Taxman. What we are doing today, we are killing Malawians. Malawi Congress Party suggests and proposes the 17.5 should be stopped. In fact, we should be thinking of reversing to 12.5 as a minimum. So as my Congress Party, we propose 12.5 VAT, not 17.5. With these few remarks, Malawi Congress Party reject the bill and stand with Malawians saying no to 17.5% of VAT.
Thank you. I see the Honorable Minister.
tikuyamikeni komanso kuthokozani popanga chisankho chokhala pamenepa kumvetsera komanso kuonera zomwe takubweretserani. Chomwe tingakupempheni choti ngati muli alendo pamudzi pano tapangani subscribe, chifukwa mukatero inu ndi ife tidzayendera limodzi kuyambira lero mpaka na masiku omwe akubwera kusogoloko. Timabweratu ndi nkhani zochokera ngodya zonse zinayi za mdziko lino, kotero kuti inu simukuyenera kuti mukhale kunja kwa nkhani zimenezi. Tapangani subscribe, like, comment komanso share kuti tikhale limodzi mu ulendo umenewu.